Now, your son now would be 40 years old.
Yeah, well, actually, last time I saw him, he was 5 years old, and that was 27 years ago. So he should be about 32 right now, I think.
Holy crap. Hang on a minute. I got to put you on hold. We've got a breaking news story. Put on CNN. Yeah, Martin.
This is really breaking. We have no confirmation yet from Associated Press or ABC, but CNN is showing a live picture of smoke coming from one of the twin towers of the World Trade Center in New York.
Look at this.
They're saying a large commercial jet has crashed into the tower. Now, we're going to try to...
Oh, my God.
Crap.
Holy crap. We are looking at pictures right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news.
It's amazing.
This looks like, something out of a movie. A plane has crashed into the World Trade Center in New York City. This is unbelievable. I'm looking at the top of one of... Martin, do you have to go now?
I do, and I have no confirmation from AP or ABC.
We'll be looking for
information.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures now on CNN. This is unbelievable. Come back.
And it's definitely there.
This is absolutely amazing. Breaking news right now, a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center in New York, into one of the towers.
Oh, my God.
Folks, the loss of life here is
got to be huge.
It's got to be enormous. What I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing smoke and fire billowing from, I would speculate, around the... I'm going to guess around the 90th floor of one of the towers. I can't even tell which tower it is because, of course, the World Trade Center is the Twin Towers. Folks, this is absolutely one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Behind a water tower, so I couldn't tell whether it hit the building or not, but it was very visible that a plane had come in at a low altitude and appeared to crash into the World Trade Center.
Dr. J, we're going to take a look at videotape just moments ago of the second plane hitting the World Trade Center. That is spectacular picture.
Holy crap. No, a plane.
I don't know.
I didn't even see that.
If you could see the plane, and that too was a passenger plane, if perhaps some type of navigating system or
another plane has hit the tower.
Electronics.
What the hell is going on here?
Into the World Trade Center within... It looks like about 18 minutes of each other. You want to go to...
All right, folks, at this point, we don't know.
Second plane, another passenger plane hitting the World Trade Center.
It appears two planes have hit the World Trade Center, folks. I mean, at this point, you can't rule out a terrorist attack. You can't rule out terrorist suicide plane bombings or even a hijacking situation. This is unbelievable. We're staying with the story. We're live. We're listening to CNN. Okay, what was that, Froggy?
The first building just went down. That's a live shot. The first building that got hit, the other tower has just fallen in on itself.
Both World Trade Centers are now down. One of them just completely collapsed a little while ago. The other one has just fallen. The second World Trade Center is now fully and completely collapsed.
Of the side of the building now just being covered on the right side, as I look at it, covered in smoke. This is just a horrific scene and a horrific moment.
This is the MJ Morning Show with continuing coverage as we bounce around from television network to television network to bring you the latest on this unbelievable, horrific event in American history. 9/11, 9/11/2001, September 11th, 2001. There's also a report on the Fox News Channel moments ago that there's another hijacked plane en route to Washington, which I am sure that air defenses would take that out and shoot it out of the sky before it inflicted any damage on any more buildings in Washington, D.C.
Serious trouble. There's no other way to...
Back over to NBC, Tom Brokaw, Katie Couric, and it sounds like Matt Lauer.
Which seems a little melodramatic. Forgive me, but this is a circumstance which is very, very difficult to describe in many ways without sounding melodramatic. Certainly in more than 20 years of covering horrific events, this is something that I've never seen before. As we say, the emergency workers now beginning to try to gather themselves over there. You can see a police emergency service unit. They're trying basically now to reestablish some kind of a safe perimeter. And many of the emergency workers basically just happy to be alive. Certainly that picture tells it all. Many of them just happy to be alive at this point.
That was NBC's Pat Dawson again. He's standing about 10 blocks from where the World Trade Center towers used to stand.
This is the MJ Morning Show as we approach 11 o'clock Eastern Time and 10 o'clock Central Time. What a day in America. Coordinated, obvious terrorist attacks on the United States of America. We're going to join the ABC radio network, get a recap here. WFLZ Tampa Bay, KSLZ St. Louis, and WKFF Port Charlotte, Fort Myers, Naples. It's 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock Central.
From ABC News, I'm Doug Limerick. A second day of infamy in this country. Terrorist attacks in New York and Washington. Planes have crashed into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. The 110-story towers have now collapsed. Here's ABC's Ruth Davis.
I'm looking up at the sky. A little while ago, there were 2 towers up there burning. Right now, I don't know how much of the other one is missing because I cannot see it. I cannot see any part of it. The streets are covered with an eighth of an inch of gray ash. There's debris everywhere. There are people, cops, construction people, the few people, the FBI, a few people who are left out on the street are standing around gawking up at this unbelievable sight in the sky.
At least one of the planes that crashed into the World Center towers before they collapsed, an American Airlines 767, Flight 11 from Boston to Los Angeles. It had been hijacked before it crashed into the World Trade Center tower. Then shortly thereafter, a plane crashed into the Pentagon. ABC's John McWethy.
The Pentagon side by the heliport is badly charred. It appears the plane, a small plane, came in at a very low level of attack. Heading north. It clipped several light poles on the way in and then apparently exploded right at the base of the Pentagon by the side of the helipad. They are evacuating everyone from within a quarter of a mile of the Pentagon.
Word that a section of the Pentagon has now collapsed. An explosion also reported at the U.S. Capitol. No new information on that blast. There's now a report a large plane has crashed in western Pennsylvania, about 80 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. The FAA has shut down all flights across the country.